Oh, okay. You're not in the camera, Uncle.
Oh, here I come.
Do I need to turn it?
Hello.
Let me turn it.
No, it's fine.
It
Yeah. No, you're not in the camera.
is not fine.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, y'all. Come on in the room.
Come on in the room. Whoa.
Hey, you just entertained me.
I know.
Nah, what's up, y'all? Though Uncle and I always had these conversations, and sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish other people can hear some of this stuff, right? So anyway, you know, it may not flow, but you know, we want to try to be as authentic as we were when we were having a conversation. Mm-hmm. But somebody posted something. What was the post? What did it say?
Red Rock had posted something saying that you will never become rich working a 9 to 5. And a lot of people took it negatively with him saying that when he said it. And so we did dissect.
What's up, cousin?
We did dissect it in a lot of ways.
You whisper.
We did dissect it in a lot of ways with what he said and how people responded to it. And so we were just gonna do a little briefing about it. We tried to reach him. He'll probably reach out later to us about it. But we just want to go over some of the things that people commented and they said, gave their opinion about. So.
Yeah, in the post. And again, the post was like, you can never get rich working a 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, I really wanted to just kind of go line by line and just kind of give my own personal opinion about every comment that came on, that actually responded to that post. Mm-hmm. Because when somebody had a difference of opinion than the other people, it seems like everybody just kind of took a negative tone. And, you know, I feel like, number one, you can't learn that way, right? You have to kind of be receptive to, I mean, you may not agree, but like listen, because, you know, especially when, I'm going to stop because I don't want to be offensive.
No, go ahead. No.
I don't want to be offensive, you know, but, you know, one of the comments where the guy was like, well, you know, my dad worked 30 years and he invested in his 401k. He sent, hey, love you too, C. What's up?
Sierra.
But he was talking about how his dad had worked 30 years, invested in his 401k, sent his kids to college. All these wonderful things, y'all. Like, wonderful things. Mm-hmm. I'm not discrediting that at all. Actually, I got an uncle that I'm inspired by. I love this guy because I've watched him do the same thing, right? But all I was saying in the comment is like, you know, when I said who wants to be, you know, 50, 60 years old before they are able to buy their dream car, you know, mm-hmm. So you see all these older people and they're finally able to buy their, you know, Audi or their Corvette and they can barely get out of it. The knees don't work. It's too low to the ground. And so the gist of my comment was just merely stating that like the system that's designed for us to like our roadmap, right? Designed for us to go by, to me, is broken. But, you know, but we just follow it. So, you know what I'm saying? You invest in a 401k and you keep giving these other people your money to invest and you hope that, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to do with it. You hope that you're going to get this return on that. And all I was saying is that it's just broken, but it came to, you know, oh, people think they're better than you and this and that and whatever. So, unfortunately, the post, I think it got erased, so I can't really go down the ones, you know, the feed and address what I want to address. But anyway, I'll let you say what you want to say, Uncle.
I do realize that sometimes when you put a post up, certain people get hurt by it. And a lot of people look at posts and it makes them reflect on themselves. Social media itself is a community of people. Anybody that's your friend on social media, you can look at their life. So once before where we was pretty much people that was in your circle was the people that you've seen every single day. Now you seeing people who are in Indiana or in New York or in Chicago. You know, you're seeing those people, you're seeing their life.
People that's doing
it. And people that are doing things in life and you're not getting to see that every day. You don't see that. You see that everyday Joe, but you see some people doing some major things in life now. It's not just reality TV is reality life. You're
Yeah.
seeing people's lives now with social media, and some people just can't,
Yeah.
cope with that. Hey Tina, we still got to do ours.
Yes, what's up, y'all? But seriously, if you're not strong rooted in who you are, even when you're strong rooted in you are, I mean, there's times I honestly feel like I'm a strong person, but there's times that I have to step away and check myself and be like, okay, Corey, is this what you really want, or is this what you just feel like you should be doing because this is what you see? You know what I mean? It's like what goes in your ears and eyes and all that stuff, like that tries to become who you are. So if you're not strong enough to step back and be like, why do I really want this? Do I want it just because this is what I see other people doing? Even with, for myself, like you see all these people on Instagram, and they're selling their intellectual knowledge and things like that, and everybody's doing something to make money on Instagram using that platform, and that's the way of the world. Things are going that way. But I also have to step back and be like, okay, cool, is that who Courtney is, right? Is that what you want to do, or do you feel like you should be doing it because somebody else doing it? You know what I mean?
I understand that. Social media has changed the way, the perspective of people in life. Some people it's for the better, and some people it's a hurtful life for them. It social media shows you who you are and who you have accepted to be in life. If you don't want to change it for yourself, like me, for years I worked a 9 to 5. Thought I was making it good, making $70,000 a year. I realized, okay, I can make more money just working for myself than sitting there at this 9 to 5 job that I hate. I hate the people most of the people that I'm around. I hate everything about it. The job could do the job well, but I would get there and sit down at the desk and then be like, tell a friend of mine, hey, let's go get breakfast. And we would leave right there at 8:30. We would leave and go get breakfast and take about 45 minutes. Then come back and be like, oh, I gotta go smoke a cigarette, and go smoke a cigarette and come back, because my interest had just left, and it didn't matter if, you're being insubordinate, you're being this. None of that even mattered to me at that point.
And some people love what they do. Yeah. Some people love working, so that's not to say anything. So I mean, I got people that absolutely love their job, and that's cool. Especially if you love it, do what you do. And if you're okay with being paid what you're paid, that's great. But it's some people that's offended, like, they don't pay me what I'm worth. If you want to know what you're truly worth, and I've said it before, work for yourself and you'll see what you're truly worth. You'll get to see who you really are and all that. I've said this before, y'all probably heard this, but baby, it's a whole nother beast when you work for yourself. You think you grinding, you think you whatever, it will show you who you are. Your lazy ass don't get up, your paycheck gonna reflect it. It's some true discipline that it takes true discipline to be a boss. I mean, you got to get up when you don't feel like it. You got to do shit when you don't feel like it. Things have to get done.
That's true. Well, yeah, some people do like that. Now, if you like your 9 to 5, stay on it. But let me just say this to you. To a company, working for a company, what you get paid per hour or your salary paid is what you're worth to that company. So if you ask yourself, if I'm getting paid $10 or $15 or $20, if I'm getting that an hour, am I worth more than that to myself? So why would you sit in that position unless you just have to at that moment, and you're making things better for yourself. You're making things better for yourself, but don't sit in that moment saying I'm worth more than this.
Well, and if you feel like you're worth more, then I tell everybody, even if I'm gonna have a job, always have something for yourself going on, right? I don't care, while you can, on the side, you can build up a little go to hell fund in case you have to tell your boss to go to hell, whatever. But be doing some stuff on the side for yourself, you know what I mean? While you're working. Hey Marcus, what's up, brother? Hey mama.
Hey Ingrid.
Yeah, but y'all, this year right here, 2021, is not gonna look any different than few days ago, right? And if we don't change our mindset, if we don't change our habits, if we don't get disciplined, because just tearing the little December off your calendar and letting the January pop up ain't changing shit, nothing.
And eating
nothing.
collard greens and black eyed peas don't do nothing either if you don't have the drive behind it.
Yeah, but I want everybody to win. I don't even understand. Like, y'all don't even understand. You know, I make some comments on some threads, and sometimes, you know, I guess it comes across offensive to some people. But all I'm saying is just open your mind up, because you don't know what you don't know, right? So with some of the stuff that I'm saying to people, somebody once said to me, and I didn't get it until I got it. Mm-hmm. Then it was like, oh, okay. You know, and I'm gonna say something. There's a book, if I can recommend it, all you guys read this book called Richest Man in Babylon. Mm-hmm. Richest Man in Babylon is life changing if you implement the principles. Every piece of money that you put your hand on this year, y'all, take 10% of that. I don't give it if I gave you $20 right now. Take $2 of that, $20, 10% or whatever it is, minimum. Put it to the side. Put it in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Put it under bed. Put it, you know, if you got a savings. Put it in a savings. Y'all will be so surprised at how that money accumulates and how fast it does. But that saying, like, pay yourself first before you pay anybody else, is so true. And pay yourself first. You won't ever have a problem paying anybody else, because you building up your own funds. And if you're going to let people borrow money in this season, secure your investment. Secure your loan with some collateral, just like the bank. Mm-hmm. Don't take that offensive, y'all. I've had situations, I've had given loans out, and guess what? A lot of times the thing that they give you for collateral is probably much more valuable than the little money that you gave them, the ring, the deed, the whatever. We're not losing. We're not taking any losses in 2021.
None whatsoever. None.
Let me see what my girl Kayla said. Do it on the side. That's right. Mind your business. Make your business your part-time job.
You flipped it the other way.
Okay, so did I? I'm sorry. Y'all.
Right there.
How do I flip it back?
Right there. No.
I got some bands everywhere. My bad. I like how you two put saving and paying yourself. Oh yeah, you got to, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yourself. Yeah, because nothing changes until nothing changes, and we weren't taught, like, our parents. They not, you know, my mom probably don't hear, but at the end of the day, like, they were teaching us what they knew, and they were teaching us the best that they knew how to, and the information that they had. And this is, you know, it's not always correct either, you know. And,
you know, one thing I do want to ask, but I want to see your opinion on this. I was told at a young age, and I kind of started living by that at a young age, is that, I mean, a lot of us was raised poor, poor.
Yeah.
We were told always help out when you can, always give this and give this. But then one person told me, said, you can't help nobody when you need help yourself. And that stuck with me all my life. Like, okay, no, and I learned to say no to people. Like, no, I can't help you. It's like, I got this and this. Yeah. And then when you're in that, and then I take that into my life now when I'm setting goals for myself. Yeah. It's certain things I can't do. No, I've spent all my money out for gifts this year.
And my time.
And my time. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to go here. I'm selfish with my time now because I use most of it for if we working, we working. If it's recreation time, it's recreation time. But I need me time. You know, I gotta go in my room and sit there. And if I want to just go to sleep all day, I sleep all day. You know, so there's a lot of things that we were taught that kept us in poverty.
But I think what people won't understand, or what they need to understand, is like once you in order to accomplish something, it takes a level of selfishness.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm gonna have to tell you, no, I can't do this right now. It takes a level of selfishness. But once you get through that, like now, you know, once you get through that, then you can help. You can help so many people. Right? But you can't do it if you're spreading yourself thin all the time in the beginning, trying to do for everybody else and make them happy, and you putting yourself on the back burner. Yeah. So, and I mean, I know several people can relate to that.
Yeah.
But that's a good point. What's something else like that you would say growing up that we were told, you know, that was also kind of like mythy, you know?
One of the things that I was told was, you go to college and you get this good job and you do this, but you most of the time going to college is only training you to work for somebody.
Absolutely.
When you can already start, you have people now starting their own careers based off social media and taking photos all day.
Yeah.
Where they travel to, and they're making millions by doing that. And a lot of our people, we weigh our success on titles more so than anything else.
Oh my gosh.
And so if you oh, you got to have this at the end of your name, or you got to be called
oh my gosh,
called pastor this, or you got to have some kind of title for yourself. When a title means absolutely nothing.
That's what I wish people like. I can't even understand people posting like Birkin bags and I'm kind of getting off subject because a post came to my mind. And these people going crazy over this lady's post and this Birkin bag and this, and I'm like, it's a piece of freaking leather.
Yeah.
Like, how in the world are we giving materialist, listing items like this much value? It's sick to me. I don't get it. Some people do, but I'm not mature in that area. I'll say it like that. I'm just not. I haven't developed in that area. You also said like the college thing. Mm-hmm. We tell them work hard, and our parents are telling us to work. What they were told and what they saw and thought works. Go work hard, go to college, and if you're getting like a specific degree.
Yeah, if you're going to be an attorney or a doctor, and sometimes even those aren't. Some people go and do all that college to be a doctor, and they don't get their own practice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They can be an attorney, but then they'll work for a company, and so they can go and get all these degrees, but still they haven't set that mindset up that I'm going to work for myself.
It still takes some personal
development to work for yourself.
Absolutely. So. My broker told me, he said the A student, which turns out to be right, he said the A student usually ends up working for the C student, right? Mm-hmm. And then the C student ends up usually being a more successful person because they have like personal skills, right? Versus the person the A student that's always in the book all the time, always. And that's what school is really.
Yeah,
like you can remember. You can memorize a few more things than I can. Yeah. I don't have a good memory. Period. I'm horrible in that. So I'm not a good student. My report cards used to be has the potential to be a straight A student. Talk too much. Same thing. So they see the potential now. They see the potential now. All right. Oh my girl.
She gonna be all right. Look, she gonna be all right.
But it's to the point. Anyway.
With me, Court, and with school, I listen in school, but remember how I was telling you that my fantasy life that I sat there and thought about by myself was more important than my reality. And so I would go to a book, like not something that's a subject, but I would read up on history. I would read up on a lot of things that had nothing to do with school, and most of my education came from just reading up on stuff by myself. That's why it's like people. Remember Sam asked like, how you know what year that war happened? Because I read up on all that kind of stuff, and that was my escape.
And see, I'm not good in those conversations because a lot of things like I can't talk to you about like, oh, I didn't know Beyonce had kids. I just seen today Nicki Minaj had a baby. Didn't know because those things don't interest me, right? Mm-mm. So we only smart in like the stuff. I guess I'm only smart in the stuff that kind of interests me. Yeah, and literally that's it. But I wanted to say, one of Kayla's comments was saying like it's gonna take a whole lot of reprogramming. Oh yeah. And it's like for the people that get it, they get it. Mm-hmm. Like it's going to take some reprogramming, man.
It is
for us.
It's gonna take reprogramming, and it's also gonna take having the will to venture out. And you gotta understand that. You gotta understand that people eat curry soup. You gotta understand that people are totally different no matter where you go, that you're going to experience everything, and you got to embrace that. So that's
the important part then, experience,
right? Experience is important.
So if you live in Gainesville, you live in a small town, and all you see is what you see.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a post where somebody had posted and they were complaining about men. They were saying men were their downfall. A woman is a man's downfall and vice versa. And I'm like, that's not necessarily true because And she was like, well, you might think you better. Like, in a nutshell, it was kind of like, well, you know, you don't think you better. You think you better than such and such. No, everybody done had a man be their downfall. And no, I haven't had a man be my downfall, right? Because you got to look in the mirror.
And take responsibility.
Absolutely. So if I said, if somebody's your downfall because you allowed them to be your downfall, that's it. You allowed that. So we're not going to blame the other person. The signs were there. You should have pulled back. You get what I'm saying? So even in a not so great situation that maybe I've been in before, I can't blame the other person if I have. But I'm not even I've never let anybody take me that low. I'm going to be gone before that happened. But, you know, that's the thing, because everybody thinks, we see life through our own lens. So we think everybody like you, and everybody done had different experiences, or everybody don't got this, and don't realize, like, you're talking to somebody that came from the same thing that you came from, the same hometown, the same government housing, the same whatever. So you can shoot me with those excuses, but that's all it is to me, excuses. You know?
Yeah, it's a lot of people use excuses because they don't hold themselves accountable for what they do in relationships, what they do as far as their work ethic, what they do in life. They don't want to take no accountability for it. You have to own what you do.
That's
you know,
the thing.
and that's the whole thing. You gotta own what you do, what you get yourself into.
Yeah.
You gotta own that. You know, because I mean.
You design your life.
You design it. Nobody's supposed to create nothing for you but yourself. You create for you. Don't like that man treating you this way, leave. You don't have to stay in that. If you don't like the job, leave the job. You don't have to stay in
our life is a collection of our choices. Every single one choice I've made has led me up to this point that I'm at now. Every single choice that I made, good or bad, has landed me wherever I was at that moment. And that's what I was trying to get that person to understand with that post. No, these are choices that you made that got you on here. And then even when I tried to give my opinion on that, it was
how you think you are.
It was how I think, and I was trying to get that person to also realize, no, because you're so steadfast on the way that you think about something. That's the reason why your situation is. You're always having to have these subliminal posts, a post about a man all the time about the same situation, because you got to change your mindset. So you can start attracting something different in your life. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. But you know, sometimes when you talk to people and they can't even, if they keep dating, and they dating the same outer exterior, just different people. And they're not even experiencing nothing different because they're treating them just the same in every case.
I know. I wish Kayla was here too. She's talking about, man, it's too much excitement. Man, it's too much excitement, man. I need to be there with y'all. I'm sorry.
Come on in with us. Look, can we add in? Look, I wish we could add in.
I try to add on. My hair ain't done right now.
Look.
I'm still.
But no, a lot of people look at things like I was told when I moved to New York. And I moved back. I mean, I've been away from our hometown since 1998. And people would tell me, oh, you forgot where you came from. Oh, you done forgot this and you done forgot that. You damn right I forgot it. You know, I forgot a whole lot of stuff. The courthouse ain't even at the same place before I left. You know, I didn't even go to the same bootlegger if I wanted to go to a bootlegger. That done changed. So, you're right, my life did change, and the way I see things actually changed. And so, my circle changed completely.
I was trying to see what Kayla was saying. She's saying they aren't saying it's easy, they're just saying that you have a choice. And I wanted to see if there was something that somebody said before then that, because it's definitely not easy. And I'll say this right here, when you trying to get something done, baby, if I can tell you right off the bat, what the normal choice that you would make, I don't care if it's a bad relationship, because we're talking about relationship. If it's a bad relationship, if it's a bad, like whatever with your lifestyle, eating, whatever you would normally do, the choice that you would normally make.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to run out the door. Let me go grab, what's unhealthy? McDonald's. A Pop-Tart. Or I just stop at McDonald's and grab, if I would normally do that, right? I'm going to make the complete opposite choice every time. Every time you want to do something, if you want to change something in your life, the choice that you would normally make, do the opposite. get real uncomfortable. Every time, oh, this is what I would normally do. Boom. I'm telling you.
Hey, I eat salads now.
Yes, he would never. I ate salads. Like, I don't really like salads because I don't like mayo. And I had to, and that's another thing. When you hang around somebody that's completely different than you, Uncle smoke, Uncle eat very different than I do. He's got every out to every fast food restaurant on his phone. That's not my lifestyle. And I could see myself every now and then kind of slowly being influenced. Oh cool, we're in a hurry. Okay, cool, whatever.
Okay, cool, stop by the tacos so I can get the chicken
you see what I'm saying? And so I had to be like, oh, no, Court. Check myself real quick. We not doing that. We gonna influence him. We gonna have him come on this side. So now Uncle, he eats salads now. Get him out on the go. But and that's another thing. Your association, man, it's important because you start doing what everybody doing around.
Everybody has to do around you.
Yeah, there's no way around it. So that's why you got to be intentional about the folks in your life. Like, let me be intentional. Every friend, every person I'm around, like I swear to you, y'all, is handpicked. It's by choice. I'm very intentional about who I let in my space on a regular basis, for sure. But I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. I was listening.
Very, very, very. And Kayla was one of those intentional people. That's one of my buddies. We grew up together. We used to have these conversations. Kayla, do you remember we would be on the phone early in the morning? I remember we were on vacation. I think you had just came back from Australia, working in Australia, I want to say. But we would be on the phone and you were like, man, I can't wait till I can. You were on vacation, yep. I can't wait till I can just do this on a regular basis, man. I'm not supposed to be working for nobody. These chats that we having so freely every morning. And like, look at you now. Like, look at you. Everything that you wanted, like
She got it.
Yeah. She, so and I look back on a lot of the friends that I was around, like growing up, I'm like, damn, like looking back, I'm like,
I mean, I look at your,
pretty good.
I actually look at your circle a lot and your friends, and I do see that. I'm like, okay, look at Kayla. She's successful. Everyone that I know that you around, successful.
That's what, and that's a great point. Like that's the point I'm making. It's like it's so important. Your circle is
Your circle is important.
It really is, because they're gonna push you. They either pushing you to be better, or they're about that bull.
Yeah.
That's it. And if they're about that bull, guess what your life gonna look like?
It's gonna look exactly like
Seriously.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it really is. I'm trying to see what you. Damn, you remember something. Whatever. I don't need your memory. You be coming up with that bull. You be having to remember this. Hey, my brother called me every now and he be like, hey, Court, I just called to tell you, man, you ain't shit. You know how call. Like every couple of weeks, that's what he called me. I just called to tell you ain't shit. I know you don't hear enough. That's what your conversation's gonna be like. You know how your friends you just know too much. Caleb. It probably is. Oh Lord, my little phone. Y'all talking to my stomach. Now.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Just give us one moment, everybody. We coming back together, but let's
mess this up.
Let's have another. No, I don't think you did.
Okay.
Let's have another subject, and I want to get y'all opinion on people on social media, how they do things to start stuff, and we know that it's to start stuff with other people, and they have these full-fledged arguments. I mean, I've seen people talk about $600 all week.
Who you talking about? You talking about you?
No, I didn't. Well, I do
start stuff. Who he talking about?
I start stuff, and yes, Uncle's judgmental, but we all are judgmental. I know we all are judgmental because there's no other way of ciphering who gonna be my friends. Who am I gonna hang around with unless there's some kind of judgment of character there with people. So I had someone tell me that people should not post getting their kids gifts for Christmas because a lot of people are dying, and a lot of people don't have the income to buy themselves stuff for Christmas. But then turn around and they get $600, and the same people, oh, my stimulus check came, and so I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, okay, you telling all these people not to do this, right? Not to celebrate the gifts they got, not to do all this because of all these deals, but you're celebrating $600, which is $1 and something a day for if you add it a year, is you're celebrating that. But you're also celebrating that they just told you that to be middle class, just to be upper middle class, you got to make $250,000 a year, and they're giving them $600 for making $75,000 or less a year.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So they sit here celebrating.
I don't pay stuff like that attention because they don't like.
But what bothers me about that is that you're celebrating $600 for being on the on the low economic.
Well, you don't know that person's situation though.
And
that $600 might make a difference in their household. Power might be getting ready to get cut off. You don't know.
It would actually make me happy too.
Exactly.
It would make me happy too. But if you're getting on social media and you're telling people not to share their gifts, but then and I'm not saying that about the $600 or anything like that. I'm just saying you're telling people not to share their gifts, and then you get back on there.
But the thing is, like, share with if it makes you excited, if it makes them excited that they got a gift, and they want to share, cool. And if it makes the person that got the $600 excited and they want to share it too.
But why start a rift between? Because both of you are sharing something that you're proud of.
Yeah.
It's just like someone on Facebook and they talk about just say they like talking about politics, right? That makes them happy to talk about politics and their persuasion or whatever they feel on that. But I'm one of those people that don't think that people should talk about religion so much, And so my way of saying it might be harsh, but then they tell me that I can't talk about my belief system.
Yeah, hey Dana.
You know what I'm saying? And so it makes it a big rift between a lot of things that we do. So
I don't care about that.
I know shit. You don't.
You get a toy, you wanna celebrate. Yeah. I don't even let that kind of stuff take up too much of my brain space most of the time.
See, I try not to, but
yeah, because I'm like that. Potato. But anyway, y'all, we just came on here for a minute, man. We wanted to just talk about that
9 to 5.
That 9 to 5 post, because it was near and dear to me, because I want my people to know that there's a new roadmap out there. We don't have to follow what society has given us, what society has told us.
That's true.
The way is the American dream, and it's like almost you got to be asleep to believe that. You got to be asleep to believe that the American dream is the American dream, because everybody I know that has followed the American dream, went to college, got degrees, got a great job, that still wasn't it for them. They still weren't. If Kayla's still on here, Kayla went to college, had a great job, great position, and it still wasn't enough. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. Like, it still wasn't enough. That she was still trying to figure out, like, this ain't the lifestyle that I really wanted. Like, what else? What's next? And so, but we still keep perpetuating that same thing, keep doing it over and over, thinking that it's going to get us this grand result, and it just, very few people, it just hasn't. You get what I'm saying? So that's all.
One thing that people got to realize is that a 401k, when you invest in a 401k, if you don't invest early, you're not going to make enough money, because only 5% of the people in America right now are making enough in their 401k to actually live after retirement.
And then it's up and down.
So you don't know it can be taken away from you. But most people that are at retirement age right now have less than $72,000 in their 401k to actually,
and that's
not enough.
Yep. And but y'all, if y'all just really think about this, right? They teach us that we gotta give somebody else our money. We never like, let me teach you, right, how to invest and teach you the tools. when I got a financial advisor, when I invested in my first mutual fund, I know I had to interview at least 5, 6, 10 people, a lot. And I was asking every single one of those. And I got a close friend that was also in that business, like financial advising or whatever. And I got to see it was just a job. And my thing is, I want somebody advising me that has done it, right? If I'm coming to you, I'm not going to the brick maker to tell me about some jewels, right? Richest man in Babylon, not doing it. So same thing, I'm going to this financial advisor that's advising me to do something that he has never done. Never. I got one person that showed me their portfolio, right? You're telling me to invest in these things, right? This money market account, this, and whatever. Wow. You know, can you show me which ones you invested in? Do you mind if I see your portfolio? What? You think? No. I had one person that was willing to, and I wasn't impressed. And by the time I left him, he was calling me. He's supposed to be helping me. He's asking me to teach him. Hey, no, I understand. I'm not trying to, just cloud what we're doing. But I would love to get with you, me and my wife and this and whatever. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This thing is not designed. The game is not designed for us to win.
That's true.
It's not, especially the workplace, period. It from top to the bottom, they're training us to be an employee. We're going to school to learn to be an employee. You get what I'm saying? The student loan industry, like they're pushing you. You can cash flow college. Pick the right college. Pay it like a car note every month. You don't have to get in debt to go to school. Choose the right school. But everything is set up for the big people to win, and we keep pushing. Because that's what everybody doing, so we move the same way everybody move. Wow. And all I'm saying is just like zig when everybody else zagging, man. Just kind of switch it up. I'm sorry, Uncle. Anything you want to say? Because I'm like babbling on.
No, I enjoyed what you were saying just then, but I do have.
Conditioned. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Someone said we're conditioned. Oh yeah.
Working on that now. Oh, I'm reading some of the comments.
So I do. How would you, Courtney, tell people, just say if someone wants to get out of corporate America or just say out of the workforce, not just corporate America, because you can have people that work at McDonald's that have an entrepreneur mind and set up something for themselves. How would you tell them to start out?
Repeat it one more time, I'm sorry.
I said, like someone that wants to leave corporate America and they have the desire to do it, they have the drive, they have the mindset to do it. How would you tell them to get started?
You know me, Uncle. What I tell you? What I tell you every day when you call me on your lunch break? You call me on your lunch break crying every day. Like literally crying, y'all. And my response was, if you don't like it, if this job is making you that miserable, quit. Leave. Don't keep calling me. What I tell you, just like this. Don't keep calling me every day. For month number 3 now. I done gave you the plan. I said, you got money in your 401k? You mind me telling this story?
No, I don't mind.
I said, you got money in your 401k? We can take some of this money out. We can go ahead and buy you a house cash. The whole plan. And I give people the game. Everybody don't follow it. This man followed it. It was impressive. Now, life is a breeze, right? Yeah. Debt-free, house, car, all that. So, if you, again, get around the right people, get the roadmap, be teachable, be coachable, and actually implement, life can look really different. It really can. Because there's things and there's ways out here that you can maneuver, and you just don't know, So, but realistically, I would tell them, if it was somebody that weren't in a position to just break free like you were, you know what I'm saying? I would, tell them the same thing. Hey, find something, let's find out what you're passionate about. Let's find out what you would be doing, what you do in your free time. What are you doing when you feel like you're most like yourself, right? Your best you. What are you doing at that moment? And then figure out, like for me, I realized one of my strong points is kind of like, or my superpower, just my interpersonal skills. You know what I mean? Like I'm good at reading people. Or persuading people, you know what I'm saying, that sales tactic. So if that's that person's personality, so I'm going to try to find that person's personality and find like job descriptions or businesses or things like that that actually would work well with that person. And then refer those things, make that your part-time job. When you get off work, clock in just like you would on somebody else's job. Dedicate 2 hours a night or whatever, you know, to build that up. So
now another thing that people have is fear of
you said people have fear.
Fear of actual change.
Yeah.
So that actually hurts a lot. Excuse me, everyone. I'm right there.
Yeah. It is. All right, y'all. This has been fun. I have enjoyed y'all. I really have. I am out. Do you realize? Yes, I do realize that you work the first 5-6 months for the government paying taxes, and I also realize, like how I was saying, the game is not basically. It's not designed for us to win. Look what they push. They push go to school, go to college, get a 9-to-5. And do you realize, like, people who work 9-to-5 jobs, W-2 taxes, like, they're taxed the most. They are taxed the most. I mean, 5-6 times, where if you have a business, you know, you can offset some of that stuff. But it's not designed for us to win, y'all. And I said this the other night. This I don't know where I got it from, but it's smooth. So imagine this American dream now. So imagine working all your life trying to climb this corporate ladder, right? And you climbing it, you working your butt off, climbing the corporate ladder. The corporate ladder. And then you realize that dang on ladder is leaning against the wrong mother beeping building.
Ooh.
That's what the American dream is right there for me. That's my analogy.
Yeah.
Listen.
That was a good way of putting it.
What? That's what I said the other night on the live on my YouTube, and I was like, what did you just say? So you imagine climbing the corporate ladder all your life, and you get to the top of that ladder and you realize that it's leaning against the wrong building.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how it's going down right now, y'all.
Yeah.
It really is. And ain't nobody out here telling folks. Ain't nobody out here trying to change it. Ain't nobody out here trying to switch it up. Very few. And I want my people, let's learn. Like we blindly give our money. You got the 401k. You ain't never seen these people. You just sending these folks your money to do what they want to do with it. Like at what point? Seriously, they're doing what they want to do with it. We're not learning how to invest it ourselves. We're not learning how to.
You know, it's kind of like what you're saying, like Black Wall Street. That's what it was. Like everyone was investing in each other, and so kind of how we give our money to banks now, and they do whatever they want to with it. Black Wall Street actually kept it all in the community, cycling within the community, and so that's why it was so powerful.
Yeah.
At that time, because we did actually know how to trust each other, not think everything is a scam that sound different to them, you know. And
oh my gosh, that's another thing. That's so irking. I mean, for real, everything to black, everything to people.
Yeah,
it's not even a color thing.
No, it's not.
If it's unheard of, or if they don't know anything about it, it's a scam. I hate reading posts where, I hate reading it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did a YouTube video, and underneath my YouTube video, this guy's like, "Oh, that's a scam. You know, can't get a house like this, and the quit claim being that it's a scam. It's only a scam because you don't know. It's something that you don't know." And then like the guy that got the house through what is it called? Adverse possession. Like if a house is vacant, and there's a Georgia law, if you can be a squatter. Right? But you're not technically, I'm not going to say a squatter, right? But by the definition, what people consider being a squatter, this guy, let's say he goes into this property, but he does it openly, right? And the world can see him inside. He gets utilities on, but it's been vacant for a long time. He goes in and set up shop. He lives there, and he does it for X amount of years here in Georgia. Then he can go petition the court for ownership of that property, right? Oh, this man did that, and these neighbors went, wow. If he want a house, he need to go get it just like everybody else. No, he doesn't. This man got a little bit of unconventional knowledge that you didn't have, so don't be mad. It's the same thing like, oh, Trump and Mitt, they didn't pay taxes, they're scamming. No, they're not. All that means is they got some knowledge that you don't have. If there's a tax break and you make X amount of dollars, are you not going to take that tax break? Right? It's just knowing the opportunities, knowing the things that are out there, knowing the laws that are set up. And because you don't know about it, it's a scam. And it's crazy, guys, we gotta normalize, just like that. Like the means, we gotta normalize not saying that about everything, right? Not always assuming that. Somebody had posted something just as simple as this person's selling, let's say, scratch and dent appliances or something. They got a garage full of such and such of these appliances. What are they doing? Y'all think they stealing? When in actuality, I know people that have contract with high-end retailers for the damaged stuff, and they get it for like very cheap.
And they buy in bulk.
Absolutely, and they can sell it. But again, because it's something we don't know, we always skip to the scam thing. And I'm like, oh, it's sickening. I guess because I done heard it too many times. Yeah. I'm like, man, go on with this. Let me see. I'm sorry, Uncle. Go ahead.
No problem. Well, that it's also that people need to take consideration of other people's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like me when I first started partnering with you. Mm-hmm. It was like, I ain't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you took that time to like, okay, Uncle, this is this and this. And I had to say, okay, I'm going to read up on this with myself. They come to you and ask you questions. Yeah. But some people are afraid to ask people questions. They think they just know all. And that keeps you limited. Yeah. Thinking that you know all.
Absolutely.
I didn't even know how to talk to people on the phone about about the business. And I'm just and we go, so.
But you weren't scared though.
I wasn't scared to do it. I wasn't scared to do it, but it just say like, you allow me to do it like that, so I can learn. Yeah. And now, I mean, some people don't even take that chance. To do that. Yeah. And so people gotta learn how to take chances for themselves,
and that's the hardest thing.
It is.
To be uncomfortable. And that's the one thing that I can say, like, that I was really taken aback about you, because it was like you even though you were rough and you didn't know what you were doing, you still weren't scared. No. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, like, I can compare that to me starting out with real estate. I never worked listings because I was scared to knock on people's door. I was scared to cold call. All these things. Mm-hmm. And so if you're starting out like with this, just, I don't know, this freedom that you have about it, seriously, it really can be awesome for you, because it wasn't until I started doing this right here that I gained a confidence
about real estate.
Like this, just you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's an unbelievable confidence. But I was a broker training agents to knock on doors, and I had never knocked on a door before. Wow. I mean, if I cold called and somebody picked up, I was like, click.
Wow.
Because I'm like, I felt like, oh, they can see me. I was that scared.
Wow.
So the hardest thing to do is to change yourself, but it just takes accomplishing one little small thing, and each time you do, you become a little bit more confident. Yeah. Each time you do, so anyway. All right, y'all. Are we done for tonight, Uncle?
I think this has been fun. This has been fun.
We have to do this more.
We will do it again.
We have some topics. I won't. We got to get Kayla on here. We got to get some other people.
Wait, someone said, "Can I come?"
Who said that? Yeah, y'all can come.
Yeah, you can come.
What we coming to? It's COVID, baby.
I know.
It's COVID, baby.
I hope I don't look like one of those people that be on the live and be reading like in the middle of a conversation. Like, let me see what it says right
what about this right here? Look.
let me see what it says.
Somebody said, please do this more. This is my biggest problem, getting out of my
comfort
zone. Who said that?
Getting out of my comfort zone. Let's get out of it.
Ooh, I know.
Let's get out of our comfort zone. You gotta learn how to make yourself uncomfortable. And when you get comfortable with that, try something else that'll make you uncomfortable too.
I'm gonna say this. Use this. Try this. The 5-second rule. Mel Robbins. And I use that with my workout, right? Mm-hmm. To get up in the morning. Give yourself whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, right? Your mind will try to talk you out of it. So you got like 5 seconds to move, period. So if I get up in the morning, I know I'm supposed to be working out. I got to go to the gym or whatever. If I lay in that bed, if I don't get up that second, I got 5 seconds to make my mind up. 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you got to get up. If you take a minute longer, You're not gonna go looking like Kennedy. Dana, stay focused. Ain't nobody talking about that.
Dana, what you doing?
Love you.
Well, I gotta learn that 5-second rule.
That 5-second rule.
I gotta learn the 5 seconds in the morning.
That 5-second rule, and then you said getting uncomfortable, and hey, it's a choice you gotta make. And you gotta do it.
I gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Scared and all, yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you gotta build up the confidence, and that's the way you do it. It's to just the way to get through fear is just walk through it, get through it. So needed this, guys. Oh, that's what's up, man.
Thank you. Love you too, Dana.
I know it.
So sweet.
See you soon. One Sunday, right? This Sunday, next Sunday.
Like
One
a
of these
download.
Sundays, Dana.
Yeah.
Do it afraid. That's right. Just do it. Just do it.
Do it afraid.
I
said do it afraid.
Hey, mama. You got to, because every time you accomplish something and you just build that much more confidence.
Yeah.
You can't tell me. You know how I am. You can't tell me I can't do something. You about the same way.
I am.
You tell me I can't.
I'll prove it wrong. I'll make sure I can do it.
I told Uncle he can get in this little square on our boat. What a part about it was. It's made for Jace now, y'all. Jace 5 years old. It's made for about somebody her size.
I folded in there.
He folded them in there.
Yeah,
He
I'm
folded
gonna make
them
it happen.
and pissed. Y'all remember that time I took that picture of Uncle walking behind that house with the bucket in his hand and the tissue? And I said, y'all, what y'all think Uncle get ready to do? He got me back.
Tell him. I'm like, now tell him what you did. Y'all, we went into a hoarder's house with 16 cats.
Oh, God.
She has, how many cats? 13?
Uh-huh.
A lot of cats and 2 dogs.
Cats.
13 cats,
Look at this
2 dogs,
place.
and she was a hoarder. And Courtney had to use the bathroom. She had drunk her lasso tea.
My ISO tea.
Her ISO tea. She had drunk her ISO tea, and it started working right then. And Courtney said, "Ma'am, can I use your bathroom?" And Courtney went in that bathroom. And
this life is over.
Yeah. Look, I was like, okay. I ran outside first off to tell LeBron. I couldn't wait to tell somebody. I was like, Courtney, use the bathroom. So but you know, y'all, this life, like everybody think me and Courtney don't work. We do work, but it's fun.
Barely.
We barely work, but it's fun. It's fun. When you find something that you actually love doing, it does not seem like work at all. And so I love it. I'm glad to be a part of the team with Courtney and Antoine. And I just hope that we can inspire more people to just know that your life can actually change. And if you're not happy with what you're going through, just know that it can change and get better. Another topic that we can have, and I know we can't have it today, is that we have a lot of our people of color killing themselves because of lack of knowledge about mental illness. And so that's something else that we have to have that topic also about a lot of our people suffering from mental illness.
That would be a good topic. I want to, like, specifically men.
Yeah, men.
I feel like they don't get they have to be so macho and so strong and all this stuff all the time that they need that outlet. They need to know it's okay to cry and it's okay to, you know what I mean? So, and that's growth on our part. Because I remember when me and Twan first started dating and he cried for the first time around me, he always tell that story. I was like, niggas, you cry?
Yeah.
You know?
You ain't supposed to be crying.
Yeah, and it was about his son, so of course it was. But just maturing, man, and
and growth.
Absolutely.
You know, and y'all, if you're on my Facebook page, sometimes I say stuff that may sound a little offensive to people, but I just want people to learn from different things that everybody thinks differently about things, and you can learn a lot from someone that you think was a fool. You know, you can learn from them in some kind of way in life, and so Everybody just love each other. That's all I got to say, Courtney.
Way it ends. Hey, and then one more thing. I know a couple people were like, "What do I do with my $600?" I've been seeing some of those posts too. Like, it was saying instead of talking down on people about their $600, won't you try to inspire them and tell them
invest in it?
Give them advice on what to do with it. And so, you know, if somebody's on here and they're questioning what to do, and my story's not going to change. I keep saying the same thing. Tax sales are an amazing resource for people. Collaborate, get four other people that got $600, right? Y'all go in and buy a piece of land together. That, you know, I went to the tax sale. Was it last month or the month before last? One of them. Month before last, and I wanted at least while I was there, 7 properties, you know, went for under $1,500. So, you know, those can be quick flips. Team up with somebody and y'all get going. You may be
it's not $600 per family; it's per person in your household.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, grab everybody in your household $600 and do your thing. You know what I mean? Absolutely. All the information is public information. You know, if you live in Hall County tax sale list. Pull it up, see what's getting ready to go to the sale. Go do a drive-by, look at it. Do a little research, you know, pull the site map up, take a look at it, and team up with some people and get her done, y'all. It's time to move different. Let's go. And we not even promised tomorrow how this virus is showing out. So,
it's true.
You know, we got to accomplish as much as we can, as fast as we can, and leave a legacy. All right.
Legacy.
Good night. I love y'all.
Good night, everyone. Love y'all.
All right. Did you poop, Uncle?
No, I didn't poop. That was my elbow on the.
So you go see him.